Hey everybody and welcome back to another episode of Loop Hero. You might be wondering what was going on with the last uploads. This episode was a super chill episode. I talked about some other stuff in the build-up. I didn't focus too much early on like the stats and how we were building. I was mainly just equipping just the highest level gear. And what we did yesterday was basically just do a running act one to pick up resources. So I've picked up a bunch of preserved rocks, some stable wood, and a lot of stable metal to help us build some new buildings. Just mainly to do things that I would otherwise potentially have done off camera. But I still recorded it anyway and just chatted along with it. So it's not hugely important to watch part 16.5. It doesn't really progress the story at all. I didn't build anything. I did unintentionally learn one thing though. I can show it again in this part, I guess. But in the encyclopedia, I've now found out how to make a burned forest. This was completely accidental. I wasn't looking for synergies per se during the run. But we brought forest and thicket on this run to raise our attack to incredible levels. We dropped out rock and mountain and just kept meadow in the deck. So we only had 3 environmental tiles. And I'd also re-brought out the... where is it now? The Thunder Temple, is it at the bottom? The Storm Temple, that's it. And anything in line with the Storm Temple is either a thicket or a forest turned into a burned forest. And the burned forest gives you a 0.5 magic damage up. So I actually didn't really want this in this run. We were trying to stack up the attack speed. We got up to about 111 at one point attack speed. We beat the Act 1 boss very comfortably. Again, I accidentally spawned him, such was the way the video was going. Wasn't paying attention too much. And then we also did something kind of novel again. And that was we filled the board with tiles. We literally couldn't place another tile. And all that was worth was an achievement. So if you want to do that, go back to the half part and watch it. But there was literally no story progression other than that. But now I want to expend some of these resources. So we could build more farms, not too bothered. Not too bothered about the mud hut. We also saw what the watchtower did, but I'm just going to leave this for the episode because we're going to see it again in this run. And so I could build a river that I've been looking out for, the warehouse, or a lumberjack. I think for now I want to build a warehouse first. And I think this will stop me from being able to build a river, yeah. So let's go for the warehouse first. So this gives us 10 plus slots to the camp items limit. And I presume this is what's stopping me placing more items in the supply. So warehouse, central of our base makes sense. Just look at us. Yesterday we didn't know how to live through the day. And today we need more space to store all our goods. I always knew that human greed would live through the apocalypse. Just a quick bit of prose. So I'm hoping now I can place more items in this menu. We did pick up a few new items, so we got now Silver Pendant, which reduces the damage we take from vampires. We also picked up Blacksmith's Hammer, which is just +1 defense. And I think we also picked up another Alchemist Shelf, which is +1 to potions. I don't remember if we picked that up on the last run or not. So I think this +1 defense, yeah. Okay, so we must have a limited slot. We've just unlocked it. So let's start placing, I think, all these items in. Increased damage done to boss by 4%. Sounds great. +1 loop HP. +1 to vampirism if you have it. Sure. HP. This is what I really wanted actually. The Jeweler's Lens. We have one already. So we've got now a +20% chance of finding rare items. Silver Pendant looks good. We can almost always take out the Vampire House. Plus damage against all undead. Again, I like it. And then we have potentially 2 or 3 slots left. +1 HP after killing enemy. Solid. One more potion. Can I use this? Yeah. Okay, well, let's just place everything in all the slots. Some of the things won't affect our other characters, like Vampirism isn't going to be too effective on the Necromancer because I don't think he can access it. And it's only partially useful for the Rogue because his only Vampirism is his starting base stat. But still, again, it's a little add-on. We could also craft some things, but again, I'm really reluctant to craft with metal because we need it for all our buildings, I think, left. So yeah, we can't build this river right now. River's probably the only exception, actually, to things that we can build. We can also build another warehouse at some point. That could be a consideration. I think next, though, I'll try to get river and then bridge. Let's see what bridge does, and maybe get the bridge. I think with that, though, we're ready to plan our next expedition. Just hovering over one more time. Yeah, let's go on to the next expedition. So, oh my god, misclick again. So what are we going to do? I still think it's too dangerous to go into Act 3. I think we're now going to start looking at completing the Act 2 boss with the other two characters. So the Rogue and the Necromancer. So I think I'm going to take out the Rogue first. We've also now got this Temporal Beacon, which I think was from placing that warehouse. So its light is so bright that it makes you forget about the passing of time. So it speeds up time by 50% within its range, and it can spawn Time Watchers, which are afraid of vampires within its aura. Okay. Definitely want to see what this works out as. So speeds up time, so any effect that is based on time would be good for us. So I'm going to take Storm Temple out because I actually want to keep Forest in the deck. And because I want the attack speed, which I think will be very good for the Rogue. But I don't want Storm Temple to destroy them. So, again, this is on speed up time 50% within its range. Just wondering how much difference it is to Chrono Crystals. Spawn Time Watch. It's mainly because it has an additional spawn. Let's try it to see what it looks like. I forgot to mention we also took Ancestral Crypt on our last run with the Warrior. And we got to the point where I think we looped maybe 12 times. And our HP was about the equivalent to the gear we're going to get. So I think Ancestral Crypt is okay. Doesn't seem amazing, but it was workable. I think we're going to go back to Arsenal though for this run. Hopefully we'll unlock a slot on the Rogue which benefits us to keep us higher on HP. We also tried Outposts in the last runs, which was pretty fine. But I think on this run we don't have as much benefit fighting multiple enemies as the Rogue. So I'm going to take Spider Cocoon off again, and I'm going to take Chrono Crystals off. We really want to fight single target enemies. I think that's the best use we can get for the Rogue, as I said. So plus attack speed for all units, and 40% movement speed. I think I'm going to try Beacon as well. Also, since we just found out there's a synergy between Storm Temple and these tiles, I'm tempted to bring out Desert again and just see if like Beacon or Temporal Beacon affect these tiles. Maybe Beacon and Temporal Beacon synergize. Just testing out these synergies still for now. But I did not expect to get a cross synergy between two tiles like this. I think most of the other synergies we've seen have been within the same set, at least for the environments. So like the meadows and the rocks becoming blooming meadows, or 3x3 rocks and mountains becoming a mountain peak. I tried the 3x3 for forest and that didn't work. I've tried it for desert, it doesn't work. So perhaps it has to be in the realm of one of these items. We'll try to find out. So this end I'm going to put the Buckry in because I don't really want to place loads of deserts down early on. Battlefield doesn't help the Rogue, so we should not put Battlefield in. And I think I might just go with this deck at the moment. Bit worried it's slightly light on enemies. So maybe we place the weak fields back in. To fight scarecrows. Okay, let's try weak fields back in. And perhaps we take ruins out then. So we have a lot fewer situations where we have multiple enemies. We'll try and find out what this Time Watchers are scared of vampires is. We keep Vampire Mansion in. Blood Grove will give us our Flesh Golems, which seem to be our best way of getting top-end loot right now. The real question is, do I want this HP? I think this would come at the cost of Meadow, so I would take away healing at the start of each day. I think this actually is more important. So I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to take out Rock and Mountain again. So confirm it. And let's see how this expedition goes for now. Again, Act 2. So we should be comfortable early on. We have our Arsenal, which I'm going to... I was hoping I could place it in the middle. I have to place it by a roadside. There's no huge benefit of being on the camp. The boss doesn't spawn anything, but I'll just stick it on the camp for now. And this has given us a amulet slot, I believe. Shield is no use for us. Let's go. I felt bad for the rogue so far. I feel like he's taken the most like beating out of all the characters we've played so far. We didn't have like a brutal like gang war with the necromancer where we just got like throttled to death, which wasn't great, but we've really struggled on the rogue, and I'm not 100% certain why. I think he is a bit more fragile than the warrior in the sense that we can't pick up as many HP increasing items, but I don't know if we should have been having the problems we have had. The other thing I'm not sure about deserts and sand dunes, by the way, is like forest, when we place I think 10 of them down, they spawn another item. Perhaps there is that effect for sand dunes as well. I think for now though, because there's no effect of having like adjacent sand dunes that I've seen, I think I'm just going to place it. Yeah, I'll place it on this corner here, where we have a bit less space. And I think I will place a few early down. As I said, it's not affecting us too much. It's affecting the enemies less, admittedly, but I really want to be in a situation where we're just attacking, critting, and killing them in one shot. That is my goal for this run. Again, I'm going to place some meadows around the deserts. Forest, I'm going to place a bear. I just remembered actually I haven't brought rocks out, so I don't have to worry about that big mountain peak. So this is fine. More deserts. So we're really chunking away our HP at the moment. I think the other benefit we've had recently is we've very much focused on a synergy. So our last two really good warrior runs have been damage to all, and then taking out lots of tiles that spawn multiple enemies. I think the rogue is the opposite. I think I want to go into crit chance and crit damage, and only have like single targets around the map. So that's how I'm sort of trying to like think through my run right now. It's early enough as well, by the way, that I'm going to ransack this village. I lose the quest, but so be it. Again, it might be optimal actually to finish the quest just for the XP, but it doesn't hurt us too much. So we have a bookery, and the bookery, where shall I place this? Oh, we also have an outpost. So outposts help us in fights, but we don't get the loot, or we don't get yellow or orange loot off it. So it is kind of painful. It's best to have this in tiles where we're not expecting good loot, so maybe it has lots of enemies, but they're going to give us bad loot. So maybe we shouldn't have actually brought the outpost on this run. It's kind of a waste, I think, so I might actually just hold it and swap it with bookery. Wheat fields, fortunately, we can place, even though we've ransacked the village. Have to decide where I'm going to place the bookery. I'm just going to hold it for now. We've also saw in like a previous run that it only seems to swap 3 of our cards, the bookery, which doesn't mention on the text, but we can deal with it. Right, beacon. Movement speed and attack speed for all units, so I think this benefits us greatly. Part of me wants to actually put a sand dune near this to see if that has a synergy. So I might do it at some point. Can't put this in great places, admittedly. Let's try here. And in fact, I'm going to place a sand dune next to it. So no, doesn't seem like sand dune affects it. Okay, that's fine. Another wheat field over here. And as usual, we'll complete this route quite easily. Here's a loot fountain. So we've picked up some armor, upgrade. Synergies early on I'm not going to worry too much about. Just equipping one of these is better. And our boots are the same. I think the early loops are basically free. Unless we really mess up our deck. I'm going to try this thicket as well now near the beacon. No, it stayed as a thicket, so beacon doesn't seem to affect that. Which is fine. Again, just keep learning. The more and more mistakes we make, and it's not really mistakes, just more experiments we do, the more we'll learn about this game. And it does really reward you learning about these things. So just remember as well, this is Act 2 now, so the enemies all have an ability. So it's quite dangerous, this fight, especially for Rogue, who doesn't have great AoE. Although we do have damage to all, actually. I didn't think the rogue would pick that stat up. I must have been mistaken. But either way, I'm not going to damage to all for this rogue now. As I said, I think I've built my deck in such a way that crit chances are the benefit. Tried a meadow next to this, but yeah, still blooming meadow, that's fine. And let's start pushing down thickets. So these are making the attack faster, which is ideal. Another use, I suppose, for the Bookery actually is instead of placing down the forest that only gives plus 1%, I could hold them and trade them. That might be something I'll consider doing actually. To try and get more of these. We've also got another Vampire Mansion that I'm going to put on this side of the loop. Again, I've not seen anything synergized with Beacon yet. Other people might have found it though. Of course. So it's a damage to all is kind of a wasted stat for us, so I'm just going to trade this. We have another grove. I'll set up a bullet grove on the inside of this corner. And forest is the worst one. Should I hold Oblivion? It's spicy to swap this out, but I think I will do. So I think I'm going to place the Bookery on here. Trade all our cards. So the forest is +1, so I'm happy to place that down. The desert is only half percent, so I'm going to let that slide. And I'll place the meadows here. And now we trade the desert out for a Temporal Beacon. So speeds up time by 50% within its range and spawns watchers which are afraid of vampires. I think... Oh... Okay, yeah, it's like the beacon. We can't place this on the road. So let's place it here. So we're going to have 2 tiles where the Vampire Mansion would be affected and 3 tiles where it's not. And let's see what these watchers can do. Never seen them before. I think it only spawns 1 as well, but I'll check the text again. Just because it spawns time watchers, which are afraid of vampires within its aura. Okay, maybe this won't actually do it because this is within its aura. So maybe it just won't ever spawn one. Interesting. Attack speed up. I'll take it. Again, this Bookery is also good with weak fields because currently we can't place a weak field. Aha, a Watcher. So pretty low HP and low damage. Benefactor. Gives an ally 10 magic armor instead of attacking. Only once per creature. Flees if there are no targets for its ability. And Fatalism. 33% chance to receive only 1 damage from an attack. And 33% chance to receive 150% damage. Very interesting. Seems very balanced. I don't feel too worried about it at the moment. And we saw there, I guess by the rolls, that when it rolls a 1, it's taking, was it 1 damage? And if it rolls a 6, it's up max. Or it's the reverse. I'll try and notice that the next time we fight it. I was a bit surprised by getting the encounter actually. It must have spawned on us. Or it doesn't go onto the map. It must be like the vampire house. Yeah, that's how it's working. Okay. So I'll see when we target it. Okay, it just fleed because we killed the other enemy first. It's thicket we want to be placing down. I should hold the forest. Again, a bit of a misplay, but it's not going to hurt us too much. Coming around to get to our loot explosion again. And we've just dinged before it as well. Resource cap up. I wouldn't say this run was really aimed at getting lots of resources, but it can be nice. Max HP is increased by 1 for each received trophy. That feels very strong. I don't know if it reduces again though when we remove all the trophies. It doesn't say that. And more resources. So I'm going to take Old Scars. I just want something to help us with battle. So yeah, our HP went up by 1. Yeah, and you can go back down. Okay, that seems a very strong item. Very happy that we've picked that up. We have another Oblivion, which currently I'm not too concerned about. Level 4 armor, damage to all, attack speed up. I still think this is early enough that I don't really want to worry about it. I just want the max HP. Again, I also would be quite happy with just the highest damage weapon. We have to remember that the Rogue also synergizes with having the same effect on multiple stats. So we have to watch it out. It's probably a bit harder now as well because of our arsenal. We've got an additional slot, so we, I think, have to make all 5 of them have the same stat limit to get the bonus. I think I'll just keep the HP, and this is an upgrade on the Gladius. And this is an upgrade on a HP, so excellent. Things looking fine right now. We have 5 potions as well, because of the, whatever it was, the alchemist shelves from our supplies, which again will come in handy. I won't say potions are super strong, but it does, I think, let you have a bit more aggro early on in the game. And things are looking nice at the moment. We haven't got any crit chance effects, which is what we said we're looking for this run. But we still have plenty of time to pick them up. We're coming up to the bookery as well. I don't want to oblivion anything right now. We can't pick up the goblin camps, but we will spawn the village question mark tile. So he's done a bit of cannibalism. We brought up cannibalism on the last Super Chill episode as well, if you want to go back and look at the discussion about my opinion on cannibalism in a disaster. Well, they're using it to gain HP. So we have Cemetery now. We have Blood Grove over here, so I think we just place Cemetery here. We have another Vampire Mansion. I guess I place Vampire Mansion over here. 2 forests, they're not what I want to play, so I'm happy to swap those cards out. Another Cemetery. Just going to place it over here by the Vampire Mansion. Right, we swapped them out. We've picked up another outpost. That helps us in fights, but we lose the loot, so I'm not too concerned about that yet. I'll start placing these down later on when I think we're getting too many enemies to deal with. But right now, I'm not too concerned. And I think I'm happy to swap all 3 of these tiles as we come back to the bookery again. Again, we've been a bit unlucky with these rolls so far, in my opinion. We continue this weird feature of sand dunes and meadows. I guess we should also consider that sand dunes might need more than a 3x3, maybe it's a 5x5. We can try it out. But I think we've now found the synergies for the forest. So we've picked up another beacon. We want to attack faster. Where do we want to attack faster? Well, it'll be over here. Again, no synergies with beacons with any of these tiles that I can find at the moment. Place down another thicket, and let's go. So enemies are starting to get a bit harder now onto Loop 3, still not causing us a huge amount of issues. But that can soon change as we found on this character. Okay, so when he rolls a 6, he takes the 1 damage, it's the reverse. It's more like a D&D thing where rolling higher is better for you. Rather than us having the roll is what I really meant. Might place another beacon up here. Yeah, let's place another beacon up here. I'm trying to have a few encounters up here if I can get that. Really, I just want this to allow us to 1v1 Flesh Golems pretty easily, or Flesh Golem and Vampire. And I'm going to hold the other tiles. Again, I have to be a bit careful in this run to notice when spawning the boss. 1% base HP for every food item placed in your camps with kitchen knife. Seems pretty good again. I will place sand dunes. I'm going to start placing all the sand dunes up here, I think. And another village. So this village will spawn a bandit camp. Where do I want the bandit camp? Let's have it... I could also place it here, actually. Yeah. Okay, so we have bandit camp next to the ransacked village. Hopefully, though, the ghouls will stop the spawns of the bandits. Bandits are quite annoying on this act. So I would kind of like to oblivion that tile, if I get the option to. Pick up another Blood Grove, use that to help us here. It would be nice at some point to pick up a Blood Grove round the boss as well. And there goes our loot fountain. So boots that are just better. equip. I should have looked at these ones first, actually. But fortunately for me, they're exactly the same. Crit damage, so again, these are some of the things I'm looking for. Crit damage again, I think I'll take this over magic damage. Although it is a lot more damage now, I'll take damage to all off. And now I will take magic damage off, just higher damage. No better armor, I say no better armor. 115 more HP, but we lose attack speed. Attack speed is quite nice for us at the moment. We are raising it anyway, so I think I'm going to leave this for now. And these tiles start to get a bit tricky now. It's taking long enough to spawn through the loops. I think it's harder to have this strategy where we're trying to limit the number of monsters on a tile. We should probably have brought the road lanterns now that I think about it. That probably would have been sensible. But let's see if we can deal with it without it. Blooming Meadow. And I think for now I can pretty happily hold these cards. Although I think when the bookery is exchanged, I might change these. Actually, I think I will place the forests. I think it's more important to swap the deserts out than the forest. The forest also gives us a benefit at the moment, whereas I think the desert is only beneficial against the boss. Yeah, that I'm happy with. We can also place this wheat field down now that I think about it here. So we will swap deserts out only, which suits us fine. Still 5 potions, so I'm not too concerned right now. We could take a beating on a loop and be okay. Fortunately, we killed the vampire first in this fight because it means that we don't get a bat spawn. Crit for 119 then. So anything to give us a crit chance would be very nice. So 1 in 20 chance to do 1000% damage. That's quite nice. After losing 20% of our HP, we get evade. This doesn't... Oh, I say it doesn't. This does synergize in theory with the desert, so we're picking up, and 10% chance to simultaneously attack 2 targets. I think killing faster is probably better than the evade all for 2 seconds, but it's kind of close actually. I think I'm going to take the damage option. Place a grove around our boss area. Let's place it on this side. And we're now starting to get to the point where we are just one-shotting enemies. Definitely this crit chance up. Crit damage 218% is excellent, but we need to make it happen more often. So we picked up another Temporal Beacon that adds additional enemies to fights. But they're scared of vampires, so speeds up time within its range by 50%. I think I'm going to use... I think I'm going to set something up different. I'm going to have the... Oh no, maybe I shouldn't have the outpost. 2 Temporal Beacons, one on the inside as well. And then I think I'll look at trying to place a Vampire Mansion here. And I'm going to use the outpost to help me in a situation where we're getting swarmed a little bit more. But where we don't expect to get necessarily good loot. And I think I'm going to put it here for now. Yeah. We should get a loot off here more often. So we'll help us fight over there. Bookeries just let us switch items. We picked up loads of wheat fields. They actually do nothing for us, so... Get out of our hands, ideally. Oh, I should have checked, actually. Can we place wheat fields? Yeah. Okay, our village question mark lets us put a wheat field around it. Which is kind of interesting, because wheat fields give plus 20 HP to the healing in an adjacent village. But I don't think we get any healing off this. No. Okay, that's kind of unusual. It's nice to know that we can put it down. I guess it just blocks a tile for us if we really want to. Or we can just get a forced skeleton encounter. Yeah, I think I might try it actually, just the forced skeleton encounter here. And we've got an overgrown field instead. Okay, we've just accidentally found another synergy. Spawns a scarecrow every 4 days, creates a field of blades on empty tiles during combat. Okay, so this isn't going to do anything right now. I will place... I really want to get another one now and place it there and see what this field of blades is. As I said, we want to see every tile we can. More beacons, so higher movement speed in its range and 20% attack speed for all units. Let us place this. I think we're going to place it here. Ideally, I wouldn't want 3 units. I think we're looking at trying to get 2 units per tile, but it's hard to control that right now. Do we want to... Well, we can't ransack it at the moment. Let's place it on this corner. We have another Temporal Beacon that I think I'm going to place up here somewhere. Or I could place it here. Yeah, sure. They won't spawn with the vampires. So we just get the benefit of it. And I'll hold this forest tile for now. So some bad rolls there for us, but that's fine. Flesh Golem as always is hitting incredibly hard, but hopefully in the future he will give us the best loot. Place another village here. I forgot about the bandit camp, my bad. Hopefully we'll pick up another Oblivion. Lots of villages on this run. And I think I'm going to keep placing them down. So we're getting help on the outpost here. I'm not quite sure how outpost actually synergizes with it. Because we're not getting the loot, we're getting the trophies. So does he take the trophies that would give yellow loot? I don't know. I suspect he doesn't. Either way, I'm going to Vampire Mansion this now. And I will use Sand Dunes. And let's continue. I also picked up a Silver Pendant, which is less damage from vampires when we equip it. We have one equipped right now. It turns out Outpost might actually be insane on this character. I think we have to test that out. But it's kind of a hard test to do. So get some quests, pick up HP, and we complete a loop. And we get our loot fountain. And we have got yellows in here, so he hasn't been taking the trophies, at least out of our bag. So we have a Dirk, damage to all and evasion bonus. No. Amulet, damage to all and crit damage up. Has HP down though, and it's actually crit damage down with damage to all. Again, I did say I was going to avoid damage to all in this run, so I don't think I take that. This is more HP for less crit damage. I think I'll make that slight trade. The HP is probably worth more to us right now to survive. One more HP, and it has crit damage chance, so we'll equip that. Boots with evasion lower, so not interested. Evasion very higher. And crit damage chance up. That's what we'll take instead of the magic damage. Okay. I think with that, we're... Oh, boots here with chance and damage. Yep, that's better. Okay. As I said, we have to like be a bit more cautious with this, because it's better for us for these to get dropped off than just replaced, because we get more stable metal. And metal seems to be one of the most important resources right now. Just looking at our boss meter, which I should probably be doing more often than I am. And we're maybe like 70% of the way to spawning the boss. Do I think I'm going to spawn the boss at the moment? Maybe. I don't feel like we're just like balling out of control. But I don't feel weak either. So here's another one of these villages, which are fine. Keep placing meadows in here, and let's go. We've still not used a potion in this run though, so I guess it's a bit more indicative that we're doing fine. So our first fight with bandits in this run, they have really high evasion. Fortunately at the moment we're also critting them, we've got 2 crits there. Our crit chance is 38%, so that's pretty good right now. Very good single target. But really now with the single target we need super high attack speed. I think that's what we need to push for in this run. Because we know the boss has to have mirrors destroyed before we can target him. The only way this single target will actually work is if we hit them like fast and hard. So I could turn another one of these villages into a thingy. Ransacked one, and I think I will do actually. Yeah, this is getting a bit spicy now. This is in the range of Temporal Beacon, so we shouldn't get the Watchers spawning in this fight. Either way, they would be blocked. So picking up more trophies. Blood Groves are helping us. I would like to pick up a Blood Grove over here as well before we fight the boss. Just to help us in the battle. Now let's get a Thicket. And carry on. Just let me pause for a moment. So we just had a card switched out. My kitten wants to come in. Hello, Milli. Welcome to the video, Milli. Try not be a nuisance and stay out of the cables, will you? And immediately she's going over to the cables, so let's see how long she stays in the room for. So we have another Temporal Beacon now, which... Where would I want to place this? We could place it by the boss, actually, but I think it would spawn a Watcher in the fight. But would a Watcher be better than an Angel, for example? I'm not quite sure how those spawns work. I think she probably actually gets another tile, so I think it would be incredibly stupid, actually, but... Is it worth trying? No, it's not. I think it will work the way I believe it will. Which, I mean, it won't actually work, is what I'm really saying. So I'm just going to place another one over here. We have another Sand Dune. I think I want to try and get more attack speed now. So I will place Forests, but I'm going to hold off on the Sand Dunes for now. Hello, Milli. Climbing up me now. Please don't unplug any cables over there. Oh, it's got more dialogue. I think we've already met. Who the hell are you? What are you sneaking around here for? Don't even try to come any closer, you bastard. The forest isn't looking for you. It doesn't need you. Just try and touch me and... Just try and touch me and there will be nothing but splinters left of you. But there won't be even a splinter left when I get to you. I'm getting tired of this. Interesting. They're still both wooden warriors. This is actually quite a tricky battle for us. We just leveled and I will take it. Plus 3 HP after a kill. Seems pretty strong. I wish we'd picked it up earlier. 10% chance. Okay. And we have the Rat Wolf. So it's either more HP, a 1 in 20 chance to do like a huge hit, which I don't think will work well against us, or Rat Wolf. Welcome to the team, my great buddy Rat Wolf. Take some of the damage off me. We've also now started drinking our potions, like it's Gatorade. Now some log is trying to attack me and thinks that I deserve it. More of this and I'll start to question the whole idea of saving the world. Interestingly, we've got some more dialogue there. I guess it might be because we've got overgrown field next to it, but I'm not sure. We have some more beacons, plus 20% attack speed to all units. We want to attack more, because I think we get the benefit of it greater. So I'm going to place another beacon over here. But I am approaching a point now where I might just put down forests. That being said, a bookery. A bookery that will affect us in 2 places. I think I'm going to put the bookery just before the boss. Nice one shot there. I said, if we can keep getting this crit chance up, I think we have a chance. We are, though, hemorrhaging damage at an alarming rate. We picked up another wheat field, so let's see what happens here now. Oh, we have an abandoned bookery. Adds tomes to battles and adjacent tiles. I've never seen a bookery run out before, or I've never noticed it at least. Okay. So we might have another new unit up there. And let's see what the Field of Blades are. We have some more meadows. Keep placing it in the forests. We do need the HP. We're sort of getting chunked down right now. Could also be a point now where we start to remove vampires. But unfortunately, the way I've got this set up right now, really the vampires are helping stop the Watchers spawning. So there's not a huge reason to blast them with Oblivion. In fact, I don't know really what I'm looking at to blast with Oblivion.
perhaps the bandit camp down here. Yeah, let's just remove the bandit camp. So here we have a helper and a rat wolf. I also don't know if the helper would gain the items if he died in the fight, but I think he can't take all trophies, so putting some outposts down in the final battle would be pretty nice. I also wonder what happens if I try to oblivion my arsenal, but I don't think it's worth it right now. It's kind of a bad place to put it, actually. I wish I had a second chance at moving that. But either way, let's place a wheat field here for now. And another meadow up here. What? Milli, don't drink my water. Sheesh. Like, she's got so many places to drink water from. Like, you wouldn't believe it. But she always comes to my water. Let me hydrate. Just having a little sniff at my water now. You can't have it. No, you can't. I know you're trying to get it. Get off. Oh. Do I have to let you out? No. Alright. Let me just let the kitten back out. Thank you for sneezing it into my cup. Go on, get out. Go on. You maniac. Go on. Bye-bye. Sorry about that. I guess my water is now spoiled, but we'll carry on. So I've just picked up a cemetery card. I don't think I want to place this right now. I'm quite happy with the difficulty, especially since it's going to get only harder. There's our outpost. So I'm going to go to planning. And I'm going to place an outpost in the boss battle. What else do we have? We have Sand Dunes, Vampire Mansion, Meadow. Again, I would really like to place more of these forests. The attack speed I feel is more important, so I'm almost willing to just let this ride right now. Also, I think my game has crashed. Oh no, there we go, we're back. God, this episode has gone very strange right now. But we're still going. Again, Bookery changes, we have an outpost. Let's have outposts actually helping us now. We'll have an outpost over here. I think outposts and forests are what we want. Loot fountain in, and that was some good loot that looks like it's come in. So crit chance is higher on this one. That doesn't come with crit damage. So let's take this one. Kind of awkward to change this out in battle. Crit damage down. So I could take this on the Qatar here. And I think I will. Damage to all, attack speed up. Attack speed up is also pretty good, but I don't want to swap crit damage chance at the moment. It's what we're building our run around. Again, attack speed up is pretty good. We have currently 50% chance of critting for 165. Evasion 12%. We trade... don't know. This is a difficult one. I think I will trade it. It's one of the few times I think I would do that. But we just need to not take too much damage. And we still got 41% chance to crit. But now I think I have to hold my armor, which is kind of the downside to it. And I think all the rest of the loop I just hold on to. So forest again, I will place. How am I feeling right now? My temptation is to spawn the boss sooner rather than later. I don't think we can get too much stronger than it. But I would like to do it spawning, as I said, thickets right now. Don't think we necessarily need the outposts either. But let's see how far through the loop we can get. We're either going to do it on this loop, or if we get around here and we're still not spawned the boss, we do it on the next loop and then just start throwing cards down. I accidentally spawned another A Village question mark, which is a bit frustrating. Again, I would like maybe UI. It might end up being a mod just to have like a little click down menu that shows me how many forests or rocks are placed down for things like this. Here's a blood grove that I'm going to put around the boss battle. I forgot I still needed that, so I'm glad it's come up and I remembered it. Another blood grove. Ooh. It is treating me very nicely right now. I'm going to put it over here to make that bit of the loop easier. I can probably place down like 4 or 5 more cards without spawning the boss. Oh, here's the Enchanted Book for the first time. Last time the books were standing on their shelves. What's happening now? Okay. The book has placed out something that has looked like rune markers on the arcane things. Like a galaxy type atom things. Just... okay. That doesn't look even remotely like writing. Do you have any text on human or proto-vampiric languages at least? Looks like religious iconography. I get it, I get it. Let's forget about this mistake and start on a new page. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. And now it's showing a shocked person. So Tome. Decent damage, pretty moderate HP. It's artificial life and has mage. So Force Field gives 30 magic armor to all allies at the start of the battle. And it does magic damage. And has plus 20% attack speed. That looks horrible, especially for this fight with 5 units. Fortunately, we've hit a lot of crits and dealt with that. But that was very dangerous. Looks like now I have to be constantly ready for a trick. Who knows, next time I could be attacked by my own sword. So I'm just going to quickly pause. I've picked up another bookery, which I might spawn over here foolishly. I can then start to trade cards in my deck. Here's a thicket, a forest. Our attack speed now is at 69. Nice. Do I want to place a wheat field down? Do I need more healing on this loop? I'm going to hold off for now. And I think I've hit a point in this loop where I would very much like to get round to the start and re-loop, but I don't know if I'm going to survive. We just drank all our potions. We're in a bit of a precarious place right now, people. That abandoned bookery's also changed its range, interestingly. I didn't notice this. So it's affecting the corner. I don't have an Oblivion to remove it, otherwise I think I would have got rid of it right now. So we're in a bit of a bad place right now. I think we just go. Of course we pick the Oblivion and we die. Oh, our rogue is cursed. He always dies. But we found the downside of the bookery. Those tomes are incredibly strong. I think one hit us for like 80 something damage then on a crit. And he was shielding everyone. Man, that kind of sucks. Can't get it back. An achievement at least. I suspect it's for losing items, but can we build anything? We could build... no, we can't even build another warehouse. We could build another watchtower. Another farm. I don't know the benefit of making more farms, actually. Oh, maybe this is... and this might take me long. That +2 food probably gives me 2 more food slots. But currently I'm not filling it up with items anyway, right now. Okay, I can't build anything right now. I mean, the run was going fine till then. I think we'll have to, like, amend our deck slightly. There are some things that aren't working too well. That tome was horrific. So, I don't know if the bookery is actually worth it. Or we have to Oblivion bookeries. But now we know. We've learnt a new thing. I guess we've added stuff to Encyclopedia at least. Anyway, I'm going to stop there, so thanks for watching. I'm sorry again that things aren't turning out great for a rogue, especially if you're supporting the rogue right now. I'll try and do better with that class. I feel like he's the second strongest one. I feel like I get him more than I get the Necromancer, but maybe I'm just misplaying it a little bit, going a bit too aggressive. Maybe we just need to hold back a little bit on the next run. But if you like the video, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Everything helps me. And thanks. See you later and goodbye.